rather than being able to use the MC40 scanner, which we would then be able to scan everything and it would automatically do it for us. Also new with this is the sales order fulfillment workflow. And the sales order fulfillment workflow allows us to see in real time what the status of the items being picked are. Now we're going to go through it a little bit and we're going to take a look and see just how both of these new features work together to improve the picking process. So if we bring up our QuickBooks and if we go to Customers and then if we go to Create a Sales Order, we can see that it's just the standard sales order template, but we do have a couple new columns here. We have the picked status column and we also have a picked quantity column. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and fill this out. We'll add a couple items. We'll add what site we're picking these items from. And then it's going to say, do we want to associate this site with every item on the sales order? So we're just going to say yes. We're going to put in a quantity. And then we're just going to save it. So we can see that the sales order is saved, our current pick status is open, and our current picked quantity is 0. So what we would want to do is implement the other new feature, which is the sales order fulfillment worksheet, which is under Customers, Sales Order Fulfillment Worksheet. And what this does is it will list out all of our sales orders that are currently in status. We can narrow this by what site, so if we wanted to look at multiple sites or if we just wanted to look at one. In our case, we created this for Warehouse 2, so we would select Warehouse 2. And then we can also narrow down by status, so we can see if it's partially picked, fully picked, not picked, just any status that is in, we can narrow down by. So we'll go ahead, this is the sales order that we just created, so we'll hit Next. We can see that the next screen now shows the items that are available, to be picked, and if they're even able to be picked in the warehouse. Now most of our inventory is currently sitting in Warehouse 1, but we selected Warehouse 2. If we wanted to change that, we could come here and we could change the site to Warehouse 1. We can see that when we did that, we don't have any inventory in Warehouse 2, so it tells us that this cannot be fulfilled, but all of our inventory is currently in Warehouse 1, so whenever we flipped it, we can now see that yes, this is able to be fulfilled. So we'll go ahead and flip it for this one as well. So now we would do this for all the items. We would select the items that we're wanting to create this pick list and send it to our remote scanner for. So we'll hit Next. Now it wants us to enter our pick list name. So we'll say that this one just is pick list 6. And we'll say that we're going to send this to the picker. Now it'll say what picker do we want to be able to do this, or who do we want to fulfill this order. We would select the picker here, and if we have multiple warehouses, we would probably want to set our pickers names up to maybe Warehouse 1 or Warehouse 2. That's how I've done it in this. But you could also set it to be an employee's name if we wanted specific employees to be able to know and track who was picking what. So we'll say Warehouse 1 picker for now. We'll add a note. And we'll just say that this needs to be shipped out overnight as soon as possible. So then what we would do is we would hit Create and Send. And success, our pick list is created. You can now begin picking. So what this has done is it has created this list, it has sent it to our Android device, to our pickers in the warehouse, and it allows them to now see exactly what needs to be fulfilled on that sales order. So what we'll do is we'll hit OK. We'll take a look, and here's our Android device. Now, this is an Android phone. It's not the actual MC40 scanner, but we will show you exactly how it would work if you were just using an Android phone. Remember before that we said that we can't scan with the Android phone, so we would need to manually input the numbers, and I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that. So we're using Warehouse 1 is our picker that we decided to send this to. So if we choose Warehouse 1, we can see that we have our pick list that we just created. It's pick list 6 to please ship overnight with our 2 items. This is where we would select what items we are picking. So we can say that we're picking widget 1. It'll ask us for a quantity. Now if we were using our scanner, this is where we would scan our barcode for each item that we were picking, and it would increase the quantity picked. But since we're using an Android phone, we have to manually enter these numbers. So what we would do is we would simply, let me mark this real quick. There we go. So we can see that our quantity assigned was 25, and so we're going to pick all 25. Hit the OK button and then hit pick. We can see that the gray checkbox has become a green checkbox to show that we have picked that entire item. And we're going to do the same thing for the second item. So if we come in here, we'll just say that we picked 25 again, hit OK, and then we'll hit pick. Now that we have our sales order picked, we can see that all of the items have been picked and have been created. So all we need to do is simply hit complete. It's going to say, are we sure we want to complete this pick list? And we are, so we're going to say yes. Perfect. So it's saying that our pick list is complete, so we'll just go back to the dashboard and we'll take a look at QuickBooks. So we'll close out of here and we'll close out of here. This site can be refreshed. You can see that now that we've picked it, it has gone from orders, because it's no longer an order, that's ready to go. We have picked it, and we are narrowed down to the status. So we'll go over to our pick list, and we can see our pick list 6 that we created right here. We can see the status of that is picked. All we simply need to do now is update our sales order. So the way we would do that is we simply pick our pick list, and then we hit update sales order.
How many times can you say that in a row? Pick, pick, pick.
That is a difficult one. So if we hit update sales order, we can see the success. We've updated the sales order. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. We'll close out. We can see that it marked it from picked to complete. So we will go ahead and close that. And then if we come back and we update our sales order, we can see that now we see the status here of picked. And we can see that the pick status here has updated to picked as well as the quantity picked to 25. And then all we would need to do is simply create an invoice directly off of this sales order. So we would just hit create invoice, create an invoice for all the sales order, hit OK, and boom, we have our invoice. So that's pretty much the entire picking process with the new features of the mobile barcode scanning with an Android compatible device, the sales order worksheet. And
okay. Well, I want to remind everyone that EDS Associates offers the best pricing on Intuit products. We will match or beat comparable or products. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. That includes the scanner that you see here. So if you're interested in a scanner, we can make sure we help you out with that. We have a large team of experts here to help you find the right solution for your business. I'd like to also invite you to watch the Go Live with QuickBooks Enterprise 2018 Advanced Inventory webinar we'll be doing. Visit our website, probably get more information. Be in a few weeks, and this will be presented by Kyle also, and that will cover the barcode scanning, sales order workflow.